Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Usually we do our sort of weekly previews on Mondays, but this upcoming week gonna be a bit different, obviously, because it's probably the single biggest week when it comes to Call of Duty news so far this year. Arguably the biggest week of the year outside of the launch for MW2. We of course have Call of Duty Next taking place on the 15th. Then right after that, a day after, on the 16th, we see the PlayStation access for the MW2 beta go live. So Warzone, not necessarily going to be the upfront and center focus for the week. And frankly, based off of Raven's communication with Trello and also their weekly previews, we don't really have much insight as to what's going on in the coming week. So I figured today we'd knock out a couple of things, break down what potentially we could be seeing in this coming week, but also some new information on Call of Duty Next, exactly where and when you need to be to see it happen live. And then also some very, very spicy news on Verdansk. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. It has been teased to be returning, although I would say manage your expectations. All right, first things first, let's talk next week very briefly. As mentioned, the playlist preview images that we got from the season 5 patch notes have officially run out of time. We saw the last playlist listed for that go live this past Friday. So when it comes to next Monday, of course, we've had like these weekly playlist updates going live on Monday for a standard rotation, then Fridays for like the little LTM weekends, if you will. Come Monday, we should see our standard Operation Last Call quads, Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, quads, plunder quads, and also Fortune's Keep Resurgence for all sizes. And then throughout the days, Monday through Thursday, we should see a mix of Caldera and Rebirth, Resurgence, and Iron Trials quads. And then also come Wednesday, we are going to see the end of the Heroes versus Villains event. Maybe come that time when that event actually comes to a close, we get some sort of announcement from Raven as to what's going to be going on, post that update. So we're going to have to wait and see, of course, if anything surfaces in the week regarding, future playlists, what we can expect for some upcoming updates. I'll be covering it here on the channel, so stick it here for that. As always, if you're new here, feel free to hit the sub button, turn on those post noties. I got you covered every single day. Also right now, all weekend long, code Immortal, 30% off on G Fuel. If you want to grab some cans, a new tub, a starter pack, anything like that, my code has got you covered. Link for that in the description below. But really, when it comes to Warzone, like I said, it's not the main focus this week, which is the first time in a very, very long time that that's been the case. Of course, because Vanguard just, wasn't really it. But with Next and with the MW2 beta now on the horizon, things are, stepping into overdrive, if you will, for the hype train right now. So on the 15th, Call of Duty Next. We now have official times and locations to watch this. So this is happening at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern, or according to Charlie Intel, 5:30 p.m. in the UK. And it's going to be available on basically all of Call of Duty's social platforms. You could watch it on YouTube, you could watch it on Twitch, on TikTok, on Twitter, or on Facebook. And while all that, is getting revealed and talked about on stream, and then of course they're going to kick it over to various content creators to have them stream it, I'm going to be covering all this information as it drops. So we'll probably be uploading 2 videos on that Thursday, just because with triple uploads, YouTube doesn't always send out noties correctly. By the way, if you want guaranteed noties, make sure you're in my Discord server. That's also always linked in the description below. But we'll have 2 videos up on Thursday, probably talking Warzone 2 and multiplayer info. Then Friday, when it gets to the beta, we'll have some leftover intel from Call of Duty Next, and then also some beta talk as well. But there's going to be a lot of content to break down. And of course, because unfortunately I won't be in LA, I wasn't able to make it out for this event, I'm going to have all this information for you guys right away, whereas a lot of other players are going to be there live streaming the gameplay instead. So set your calendars, set your alarm clocks. 9:30 a.m. Pacific time on the 15th, Call of Duty Next kicks off, and we are going to have an information overload, if you will. Now, moving on to probably the main reason you clicked on this video, Verdansk. Obviously, Verdansk is probably the most talked about, map in Warzone still. It's easily the most highly requested thing that players want to see in Warzone right now. Everyone wants to go back to Verdansk. That said, I think a lot of players forget that Verdansk had a lot of flaws. They more so remember the good times they had on the map, and not so much, the running up 20 staircases in downtown to get shot by an R90 Dragon's Breath and have 2 claymores go off, and then your match is over. Anyways, that's besides the point. Earlier on this week, we got the announcement that Project Aurora, aka the mobile battle royale that's in development for Call of Duty, is officially called Call of Duty WARZONE Mobile. Now, it's basically been a known thing at this point that WARZONE Mobile was happening, but it's officially out there. And with this, we got a very interesting reveal for the game. We get some gameplay details, but also the actual teaser for this features the infill sequence that we had back on Verdansk with the C-130 plane. Also on their official Twitter account, their header was like the fly-in on Karst River Quarry, obviously a location on Verdansk. After a few minutes of their Twitter being live and verified, they ended up updating their header to feature an overhead view that has like some MW2 green on it. You can see the shadow of the plane, but it's also the Verdansk map. You can see stadium in the bottom right of it. You can also see part of airfield over in the bottom left, just north of what was Superstore. So, I mean, Verdansk is clearly being teased. Now, the early alpha, the private alpha for this Project Aurora, or aka Warzone Mobile, it's been leaked in various different ways since players got access to it. And the map they're playing is in fact Verdansk, and a lot of people were just assuming that Verdansk was there as a placeholder for the alpha testing because of course so much has leaked from this alpha that they didn't want to put in the new map potentially for Warzone 2. So everyone just assumed Verdansk was a placeholder. It was there because they had it made already. They'll throw it in for the alpha. Come full launch, they'll change over. Might not be the case anymore though. Verdansk is 110% being teased here for at least Warzone Mobile. But here's where things get interesting. Some gameplay details that we got for Warzone Mobile were listed underneath the website for it, callofduty.com/Warzone Mobile, and it says you can pre-register for Warzone Mobile for a chance to unlock rewards at launch. The next generation of mobile battle royale is here, featuring authentic COD gameplay, shared progression, and up to 120 player count matches. So this confirms, one, we are going to have 120 players in a Warzone Mobile match. That is not the biggest piece of information here though. Shared progression. This means we are going to have presumably cross progression with at least one version of Warzone. Now we know come Warzone 2, we're going to have two different Warzones. Warzone 2, or whatever it ends up being called once it's officially out, is going to be the brand new Warzone built for next gen, featuring Modern Warfare 2 weapons on the brand new map that we've talked about several times already. Warzone Legacy is going to be what Warzone right now is, with MW 2019 and Cold War and Vanguard, the remnants of this game that'll live on but not be active or promoted with new updates or anything. That's Warzone Legacy. They say there's going to be shared progression. They don't specify if that's with Warzone Legacy, perhaps, like maybe come Warzone 2, they end up just, getting rid of Caldera and allowing Verdansk to live on in Warzone Legacy. That way anyone can mess around on that map with the weapons that we've already got in Warzone now. And it doesn't affect, the integrity and the, file size and optimization of Warzone 2 potentially. And perhaps that's where the shared progression lies, because they're playing on Verdansk in Warzone Mobile. Or could we actually end up at some point seeing Verdansk and the new map sort of coexist in Warzone 2? We know for a fact Warzone 2 is going to feature a brand new map entirely, not Verdansk initially. That's not to say Verdansk couldn't be added on as a second map. We know Warzone 2 is going to be more optimized. They're going to be able to take advantage of having more than one map if they want to. So that certainly opens the door of opportunity for Verdansk to return in a more official way across all platforms. And the fact that there is shared progression, to me at least, would be a little bit odd if in Warzone Mobile you are playing on this OG version of Verdansk and sharing progression and using weapons that you also have in the console and PC version of Warzone that is based in an entirely different map. Like, that would just be very confusing and a little bit odd to me personally. So I'd be very curious to see if that's the route they end up going with. If not though, Verdansk could finally be returning. Of course, nothing here is official outside of the teasers from Warzone Mobile, so take the speculation here of it potentially returning to console and PC with a grain of salt. But you already know, if any bit of information about Verdansk's possible return ends up surfacing, we are covering it here on the channel ASAP. So stick it here for that alongside everything else going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you're going to find it all right here. Be sure to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. It does really help grow the channel. Once again, right now, all weekend long, code Immortal is boosted to get you 30% off your entire G Fuel order. If you want to grab a tub, a shaker cup, a starter pack, or I think it's 20% off on cans, now is a fantastic time to stock up for the MW2 beta. Link for that will be down below. But thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.